You gotta know who Khalil Amani is. Khalil Amani ain't your run-of-mill YouTube ass nigga. It's not your Khalil Amani is a fucking national treasure. You gotta know who Khalil Amani is. Khalil Amani ain't your run-of-mill YouTube ass nigga. Not your Khalil Amani is a fucking national treasure.
Hey everybody, what's good? It's Professor Khalil Amani, and this is the Struggle Doctrine Files here. Yeah, I've done the J. Mike Florida files. I've done the Gwinnett Greer files. Who do you think is next? Who is deserving of files? Let this be the first. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it, but we'll just call this the first. This is the first of the Struggle Doctrine Files. That's right. I ain't gonna be too long. But I want to address the nigga, I'm watching, I hear him. Let me tell you something, Israel Doctrine. You think you got business outside of me? Nigga, you are my business. I own your life. I own your channel. I own your narrative. I own anything you want to talk about the Africa Bambaataa narrative. I own anything you want to talk about Hassan Campbell. I own anything you want to talk about Hebrew Israelites. I own your legacy, which is no legacy at all. I own you, nigga. You ain't got no business outside of me. I want you to understand that, nigga. You ain't got no business outside of me when it comes to YouTube. I want you to understand that for now and all time. You ain't got no business outside of me. You are my business, bitch, nigga. You see, I know you think you're autonomous. I know you think you have your own lane, but you don't. You are my underling, and I address you from my own little private pulpit whenever I get ready to. You ain't got no business outside of me, bitch nigga. I am the business. I know you think, I'm doing sodomite business and you doing Israelite business. No, bitch nigga. Only in your imagination. And just like the ancient Israelites, the ancient Hebrews, and the ancient Jews, they never had no business outside of the goddess and outside of the sodomite religions. That's what I'm teaching right now. We just dropped part 18. And it's very apparent that the ancient Jews, the ancient Israelites, the ancient Hebrews, they never had no autonomous business. Their world was wrapped around the world of the goddess and the sodomite. And understand this, bitch nigga. While people like you Hebrew Israelites, Israel Doctrine, you Hebrew Israelite, you want to blame the goddess and the sodomites for fucking with the Israelites, but you got it all backwards. The goddess and the sodomites were in the land of Canaan since time immemorial, bitch nigga. The Canaanites, the goddess Asherah and her Asherah pole that the KJV incorrectly calls a grove. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go watch the series. But the Canaanites were minding their own business. The Sodomites were minding their own business. It is you Hebrews, it is you interlopers, it is you Israelites, it is you Jews that wandered onto their property. And when you wandered onto their property, you want to try to change those people. You want to call the way they believe in God abominations. You want to say that same-sex attraction is an abomination. You want to tell them that homosexuality is abomination. See, what you bitch niggas got wrong is that y'all got in the Canaanite business. Y'all got into the Sodomite business. You Israelites, you went on Canaanite property. You went on Sodomite property. Is it the Canaanites' fault? Is it the Sodomites' fault that many of you Israelites loved and enjoyed what you saw? So much so that you gave the middle finger to the Lord God of Israel and you went over there. But just like the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites that you come from, it's the same way today, bitch nigga. You came on Khalil Amani's land. I wasn't studying you. Hell, I didn't even know someone named Israel Doctrine, aka Struggle Doctrine. You came on my property one day on Facebook, bitch nigga. You stepped on my land and you called me out. And I entertained you for as long as I could until I realized you were the enemy within. It's the same thing as the ancient Jews, ancient Israelites. The Canaanites were minding their own business. It was the Israelites that stepped on their property, stepped on their land, crossed on their boundaries. It was Israel Doctrine, Struggle Doctrine, who stepped on my Facebook land, on my Facebook property. So, bitch nigga, I own you. There is no separation between what I'm teaching, that the Sodomites and the goddess have every right to self-determination and to autonomy and to practice and believe in a higher power as they saw fit. Similarly, bitch nigga, I'm teaching that the Hebrew Israelites today can believe how they want, call themselves what they want, ain't shit you can do about it. That's all. I don't want to hear you no more talk about Sodomite business versus Israelite business. Because from the Sodomite point of view, the Israelites made them their business. Facts on top of facts. You brought me into your world, bitch nigga, by stepping on my Facebook property. You came up to my Facebook door and rang my doorbell. 8 years later, this is what you get, bitch nigga. I own you. I own all of your conversations. And I destroy all of your conversations. It is what it is. Stop crying. Stop complaining. Stop begging me to take your link and come on your channel and face you. Nigga, you're the B side. I'm the A side. If anybody do some calling, it is I. You don't have the resume, the curriculum vitae, or the pedigree to call a man of my caliber. You don't have it. I got cosigns by PhDs. You claim to have a cosign from God. You're right. That's what all of the hallelujah hucksters, I said all of the hallelujah hucksters, all of the pulpit pranksters, all of the shade tree preachers, they all say the same thing. They didn't need to go to college. They didn't need to go to seminary. God called them while they were walking down the street one day eating a tuna fish sandwich. Before social media, bitch nigga, you were a virtual nobody, and you remain a virtual nobody. Struggle doctrine. Nobody believes you. Nobody fucks with you. Elder Bowie and the Israelite God don't fuck with you. It doesn't matter if I was once a government informant or not. I fucks with Elder Bowie. And I bet Elder Bowie would fuck with me if I did call him. Don't dare me to contact Elder Bowie. Don't dare me to contact Elder Bowie. Because if I contact Elder Bowie, and I explain who I am, and I explain that I have been sticking up for the Israelite God against a rogue voice named Struggle Doctrine, he ain't gonna be against me. If I mentioned your name, Carl Albert Davis, to Brother Bowie, he probably would go, who? Show me a picture. Who? I don't remember him. Because you weren't in the church. You weren't in the Israel of God church long enough for Elder Bowie to know you. I know you want to say you told Elder Bowie to make your Twitter account and like you were in contact, like you had a first person narrative going on with Elder Bowie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You weren't close to Elder Bowie. You weren't in the church long enough to be with Elder Bowie. You were moving between Parkland and Chicago. You were going to see other little Israel of God churches with, how you say, Brother Danny and them. Nigga, you were never a factor in Elder Bowie's life. Elder Bowie didn't know you. That's one of the reasons that Elder Bowie is not going to talk to you on the phone, through email, through YouTube. He doesn't know you, bitch nigga. You are an unknown in Elder Bowie's Israel of God. A couple people might know you, but the hierarchy, the big enchiladas, the Elder Bowies and the bishops and elders around him, they don't know you. Stop it, bitch nigga. Stop it. The most you're getting is someone like me, a man of my stature, that's only fucking with you because it's YouTube and I enjoy it. Don't ever for 1 minute think you're important, because you're not. You're just something to do, man. You're something for me to do during the day. I'm fucking retired. I love to teach, but I like a little back and forth. I like a little back and forth. And so you're back and forth. Know your role, nigga. We sodomites, and yes, I'm a sodomite. You know why I'm a sodomite? Because I know what the definition of sodomite is. Sodomite is any person that has anal sex with a man or a woman. And certainly, I've had anal sex with a woman. Sodomy is also oral sex. I've had lots of oral sex with a woman. So that classifies me and pretty much 99% of the world who's sexually active, whether you're heterosexual or homosexual, it classifies you as a sodomite. Now, if you want to know the definition of a sodomite, go to any dictionary. Yeah, I'll do it for you. I know you think, and some of you all think that sodomite is strictly a homosexual. Can I read the definition of sodomite in American Heritage Dictionary? I'm going to read it anyway. Sodomite. What is a sodomite? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. What is a sodomite? Okay, we're getting close to Sodom. Sodomite. Sodium. Sodomite. Or more correctly, what is sodomite or sodomy is from the word sodomite. What is sodomy? Sodomy. Anal copulation of one male with another. Okay, that's homosexuality. Number 2, anal or oral copulation with a member of the opposite sex. God damn. To be a sodomite also means anal or oral sex, oral copulation with a member of the opposite sex. I guess I'm a sodomite too. I like oral sex. I like to perform oral sex. I like oral sex to be performed on me. Wow. Wow. So there we have it. So we're all sodomites. I guess we're all sodomites except for Struggle Doctrine, because Struggle Doctrine, aka Pizzy, he likes to brag that he doesn't like oral sex. And since he's not getting any sex for the last 20 plus years, you might be the only person on earth who's not a sodomite. But we heterosexuals, along with the homosexuals, we are all sodomites. We all engage in sodomy. By definition, sodomy is not just male on male anal penetration. By definition, sodomy is male and females who perform oral sex or anal sex on one another. So heterosexuals are sodomites too. Thus, I am a sodomite by definition. By definition. And every Hebrew Israelite man who allows a woman to give them a blowjob, sloppy toppy, brain, dome, head, oral sex. Every Hebrew Israelite man that allows a woman to do that to them, they're a sodomite also. You can't escape the sodomites, whether it's religious or sexual. They're here and they're here to stay. And so, Struggle Doctrine, as I close, this ideal that I'm dealing with the sodomite and you're dealing with the Israelite is bogus, because the sodomites have always been a part of the Israelite tradition. You Hebrew Israelites, I'm talking to you, Struggle Doctrine, Carl Albert, Israel Doctrine, you're a Hebrew Israelite. And as a Hebrew Israelite, you bitch niggas have always had something. Even on the DL, on the down low, you've always had something for the goddess and for the sodomites' religion. So there will be no separation, bitch nigga, between me teaching about Sodom and Gomorrah and teaching about sodomites and you teaching about the Israelites. I'm teaching about the Israelites while I teach about the sodomites. You can make distinctions. You can think it's separate and apart. You can think we're on two different wavelengths. We kind of are. But I'm touching on both. I'm touching on the sodomites and I'm touching on the Israelites, because historically speaking, you so-called Israelites loved the Sodomites, the goddess, and their religion. So there would be no distinctions. There would be no separation between my message about Sodomites and your message about Israelites. All I'm teaching Israelites, I'm teaching what you so-called Hebrew Israelites won't teach. I'm showing how nasty you niggas was, how DL you niggas was, how down low you niggas was, how around the corner you niggas was, how you niggas was creeping in the midnight hour, sucking and fucking. While you claim to be God's chosen people and claim to know the Lord God of Israel, you still wanted some of that goddess and some of that sodomite dick. That's been your history, and it continues today. The very fact that your last three videos were about me proves that you are all up in sodomite business. I told you I'm a sodomite. Your last 3 or 4 videos on your channel, I see my face. Khalil Amani, Khalil Amani, Khalil Amani, Khalil Amani. All up and down your video wall. I see myself, a sodomite. Face it, bitch nigga. You are a DL. You are a down low of what I'm teaching. You really are down low about this sodomite thing. You really loving this shit. You watching every part and you're learning something. Don't worry, you're going to use the information I'm giving about sodomites. You're going to one day regurgitate it. I might not live to see it. But as you mature in the Bible, if you mature in the Bible, one day you're going to look back and say, that motherfucker Khalil Amani, he was dropping the fire. I'm going to plagiarize Khalil Amani's teachings on Sodom and Gomorrah because he's dead and gone. He ain't on YouTube no more. He in an old folks' house. I'm 65 now. I'm the age Khalil was when he was teaching that. That's what Pizzy gonna say. Struggle Doctrine, he's gonna be like 65 years old, which means I'm gonna be like into my 80s or dead. He gonna use my shit. Y'all remember I said that. He gonna use my shit one day. When he, biblically and spiritually and religiously matures. If y'all want to know what Israel Doctrine is gonna be when he gets my age, if you want an example of how Israel Doctrine is going to be, old struggle doctrine, when he gets to be 65, go over to Sonetter's channel one day, Black News 102, Sonetta News, Sonetta Studios. Go over to Sonetter's channel. And there's an old man in his 70s over there right now. He's damn near on there every day. No matter what the subject, he's on camera. He's an old, lonely, bitter motherfucker who calls himself Apostle Zaquan. Apostle Zaquan. If you can't remember Zaquan, just remember Apostle. The nigga like 73, 74, 75. A Hebrew Israelite. He got like a few books behind him like me. Little office space. He looks like he's about it. But that nigga's stuck in the world of Hebrew Israelitism. But if you want to know what Israel Doctrine, struggle doctrine is going to look like, he's 48 now, what he's going to look like in his 60s, go over to Sonetta's and look for this guy on his channel, Apostle Zaquan. That motherfucker Apostle Zaquan is bitter than a motherfucker. Everything he says, he's negative, he's a bitter old fool. That's going to be Israel Doctrine. Does Apostle Zaquan have a church? No. Does Apostle Zaquan have, a congregation, followers? No. These are people Apostle Zaquan struggle doctrine, Pizzy. These are people that want to be leaders. They want to be teachers. They want to be apostles and elders and pastors. They want to lead a congregation. They want to lead a flock. But they just weren't called by God to do that. They don't have the charisma. They don't have that. They call it je ne sais quoi. You know what je ne sais quoi is? Je ne sais quoi is a French phrase that means that special something that you can't quite put your finger on. Or we call it that it factor. People like Apostle Zaquan and Israel Doctrine, struggle doctrine, they want that damn office so bad. They want to be leaders of men. They want to convince you that they actually have been called to talk about God. But they struggle. That's why I call him struggle doctrine. Bitch nigga has no following. He's got a church on paper. He don't have a brick and mortar church. He had a church on paper. You know, he wrote some shit down. He stole Brother Bowie's church name. Brother Bowie's church is called the Israel of God. Israel Doctrine, because he has no new ideals in his head, he calls his church the true Israel of God. Which means he believes that Elder Bowie's church is the false church of God. That's what they do. That's what bitch niggas with no ideals, no original concepts in their head. That's what they do. They steal other people's titles and names. Oh, they throw a little word in there like true. But the fact of the matter is, the Israel of God is the Israel of God. And to call your church the true Israel of God is the player-hating of megalithic proportions. That's what old struggle doctrine is. He got no new concepts. He just doesn't. He's a struggle. He's a struggle bucket. And so that's all I want to say about that. Struggle doctrine, there is no division between my sodomite teaching and my Israelite teaching. They are intrinsically and forever bound together. You got that, bitch nigga? And I am your business. And you damn sure are my business. I'm going to stay on you, nigga. I'm going to ride you until you leave YouTube, my nigga. I'm going to ride you whenever I feel like it, bitch nigga. I'm not going nowhere. And while I'm going to ride you, I'm going to ride you like the Lone Ranger rides Silver, the horse. I'm never going to give you the opportunity to go mano a mano and face to face with me on camera. I'm not going to give you what you want, bitch nigga. Not because I'm afraid, but because that's what you want. That's what you want. I mean, if you come up with like $50,000, I might do it. You cash at me $50,000, I'll go live with you. Hell, okay, we'll go down. You cash at me $10,000, I'll debate you. You save up $10,000, you send it to my Zelle or my Cash App, and I'll give you all the on-camera time you desire. We can do a 3-part series debate, face to face, if you give me $10,000. We know you ain't never gonna have 10 G's. But you might play a lottery and hit the shit and say, oh, let me give this nigga 10,000. I got this nigga now. I got you. But until then, bitch nigga, I'm gonna ride you. I'm going to ride you, Israel Doctrine. The only thing you can do, and the best thing you can do, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The best thing you can do is just ignore me. Don't call my name. Don't put my name in your titles. Don't put my pictures on your thumbnails. Just ignore me. It's not going to stop me from doing what I do. But that's all you can do, really. Because I'm going to ride you. I'm going to ride you, but I'm never going to give you the respect of a one-on-one confrontation. The closest you got, bitch nigga, to talking to me one-on-one on camera, you know what I'm talking about, is when I schooled both you and that bitch you call a queen, Gwinnetta Greer. You know, the child abuser. A year ago. You remember that? That one time I went on camera with the two of you bitch niggas and I ruled supreme. The videos on my channel and the videos on Gwinnetta's channel. I ruled supreme. You had nothing for me. I even gave you a chance to speak and you really ain't had shit to say. And at the end of that 2-hour conversation, you remember what you said, nigga? When I said, go ahead, take the floor, speak. Go ahead, it's your turn. You remember what you said, bitch nigga, to my face? Let me remind you. You said, it's all good. I'd rather keep my comments to myself. I'm winning. Remember that? When I said, go ahead, nigga. Speak your speech. Show me what you're working with. After 2 hours, you remember what you said? It's all good. I'd rather keep my comments to myself. I'm winning. That's why we know you ain't shit, bitch nigga. All right, y'all.